Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'll be talking about negative self talk after abuse. Actually, one common narrative for anyone who's been in an abusive relationship is you may find yourself talking very ill about yourself. You may talk about how terrible you are, how unworthy you are, like how you deserve the abuse, like how you're not going to survive on your own. It's all about negative talk about yourself, and this talk actually is not really even happening on the physical level. It's just an internalized talk in your head. You do something, you feel that you are always on the wrong. You do even something good, you feel that you feel that you're not even worthy of living. And it's a very common narrative because during the course of that relationship, the abuser may have called you a couple of names, may call you or may have negatively talked about you, or may have negatively criticized you to the point where you even started internalizing their words and their actions and their behaviors. You thought that their actions and their words are a depiction of who you are. And also, because in life we can't really be perfect. Like, we'll make mistakes, but because you've been used to this abuser calling out your mistakes in a harsh way, you get to the point where you even start believing that actually you are this bad person, or you're this person who doesn't deserve a happy life, or you're this person who doesn't deserve a peaceful life. So negative self-talk is very, very crucial, and it's one of those talks which can stop you from even taking action in your present life. Even after you've left the relationship, you might stop taking action. Let's say, like, you might stop, let's say, applying for that job or working on yourself because you really feel that you don't deserve it, or there's that voice telling you, hey, that's not you, stop doing that, stop taking care of yourself, you're just ugly, you are just disgusting, or just a voice telling you that you are a very, very bad person. So how do you deal with that voice? And it's a very, very strong voice, because, and actually the main thing about this voice is that feeling of you're not good enough, or you'll never be good enough, or you'll end up being alone. So how do you really deal with this negative self-talk? The first thing is awareness. You just have to understand that negative self-talk coming inside you, that critic coming from inside you, is not your true voice. It's just a voice courtesy of your past experiences. Just watch it, like acknowledge it first, like it's not you. Because the moment you acknowledge it, at least you will not follow along with it. Because something about this negative self-talk is when it arises in you, you will find yourself following along with it. Like if it says something like, you are the worst partner ever, then you will find yourself following along with that talk, like you are the worst partner. So you will find instances where you were the worst partner, you didn't really treat your partner well, or you did something which was inappropriate, and then you'll follow along with it. So the first thing is just to be aware of it and don't follow along with it. The second thing you can do to help you cope is to question that voice. If that voice is telling you that you are unworthy, you can't do anything right, just question it and look for instances in your life where you've did something amazing. Like, for example, leaving the relationship, like, for example, taking care of yourself, like, for example, your resilience, like you went through all those things, but you still came out of it. Yes, you might be having scars, but you still came out of it. It might tell you that you are very weak. Look at the instances you overcame in your life, just to really challenge the validity of that negative self-talk. Because the more you challenge it, the more your mind will at least know that you are watchful of how past negativities are trying to pull you back. The third thing you can do is, of course, journaling. Instead of letting that mind or that inner talk take you in a spin, because when that talk comes, it will take you in a spin with 1,000 thoughts, 1,000 things you're supposed to do, 1,000 things you did in the past. So instead of just letting it take you on a spin, you just take out a journal, write about it, just freely express your thoughts, freely challenge that negative voice in your head. Just write without any judgment, just without criticizing yourself. Just write it down, because the more you write it down, the more you are, it's like you are exposing it, and it's like you're releasing it and processing those negative thoughts you have about yourself. And actually, with journaling, it really helps also to lessen that burden, because this negative voice you have inside your head is like a burden in you. But when you write it down, at least it lessens that intensity of that voice. Yeah. So those are just some of the practices you can develop to help you, like, just lessen the intensity of that negative or that harsh critic inside your head. And aside from like coping with that voice, you need to understand that that voice in your head is not you. That voice in your head is just stemming from your negative beliefs you have about yourself. So you picked up negative beliefs, these negative beliefs, because of that relationship, or because you were abused, you were mistreated in the relationship. And when you are constantly mistreated by someone, you get these beliefs like, I'm not worthy, I'm a terrible person, or I'm valueless, I don't deserve a happy life, I'm not good enough. And when you have those beliefs, your perception of reality is distorted. So when you live life with these negative beliefs, so everything which is happening around you, or any voice which is coming inside you, will just be like a confirmation of what you deeply believe about yourself. So healing now is dealing with those negative beliefs you've picked up from your surrounding or from your past experiences. And once you deal with these negative beliefs, automatically you will not find yourself like negatively self-talking about yourself, because you deeply feel that you are good enough, you deeply feel that you are worthy, and you deeply feel that you are resilient. But without dealing with these core beliefs, you will still find yourself, even if you find a way to cope with them, you'll still find that that voice will still be there, because it's like an imprint, it's like it's in there. But now dealing with it is going deep inside you and really now working on those subconscious beliefs, because the moment you work on those subconscious beliefs, those voices will not have a foothold in your life. You might find that there is some voice telling you like you're not good enough, but when you deeply understand that you are good enough, it won't even like shake you, because your foundation is of that of deep security within yourself and deeply understanding that you are good enough because you've worked on the past. So hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.